Hi, so after you've gone through the entire exploring your physicality and physically what you do while you play, for me at least, the next thing to conquer was resonancy. What it feels like to play with a resonant sound. And it doesn't matter if you're playing orchestral music, if you're playing in a big band, if you're playing a jazz solo, if you're doing a polka gig. I think as a listener, at least this is my opinion, I'm more drawn to that resonant trumpet sound than I am to squeaking out high notes or having a flat sound, as I call it. So I'm going to attempt to demonstrate the two sounds I'm talking about. First example is how I would have played even, up to a year ago, where I just played notes and I just listened to what people said about just play quiet, don't worry about sound. And that's true for some exercises, and I will get into them. But I also think that for me at least, it's been really important to practice with a resonant sound. So I'll play something off the top of my head. First time with a lack of attention to physical approach and a lack of attention to resonance. And then I will play the same example again with those two elements in mind. So this is example two now with resonance in mind. So I'm not sure if the mic can pick up the tonal quality difference, but um, I'm not an orchestral player by any means, so please uh, don't take it as I play everything. Orchestral music, quite frankly, isn't in my wheelhouse, but I do think you need to explore orchestral music in order to explore resonancy, because orchestral players, when I listen to them, man, I'm just so impressed with their ability to create that genuine resonance in their sound. Now, one way to practice resonance, and I'm gonna leave the mic turned up, and in fact, I'm gonna put it on this piano, and I don't have a piano at home, I only have a keyboard, so I can't quite replicate this at home, but whenever I'm in a classroom like this, I take advantage of this. I see how the piano rings if I play a note, and if I'm resonant, and resonating means playing within the natural frequencies. So if I'm in tune with those, um, the piano will ring, and that's a good indicator. But even at home, I notice in your practice space, pay attention to is there something that rings when you're practicing in your own practice space when you hit a certain note, and usually there's something that resonates. So pay attention to your practice space. Pay attention to what note makes your practice space resonate, and that gives you sort of an indication or an ability to sort of gauge if you're playing with a resonant sound or if you perhaps need to work on it a bit. So here's that piano. I'm not going to turn the mic down, but I'm going to turn the mic towards the piano. Sorry about this. It's tough to like recreate this, but um, practicing with the piano with the pedal down, sustain pedal, um, enables you to really gauge resonancy, and hopefully that comes across in the video. I haven't had much time. I conducted a choir this morning at a Kiwanis Fest, and tomorrow I'm doing a cultural assembly at a school that I teach at. so I haven't had much time, but I'm really looking forward to getting back to making some more content that I'll upload probably Friday. So apologies on YouTube, I haven't been as active, but Facebook and Instagram, if you haven't checked me out there, please join me there as well. And yes, I'm really looking forward to creating more content for you. And if you have any questions, please always feel free to reach out to me. Happy practicing.